Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to automatically add Instagram lead ads leads to Google Sheets. So are you also using Instagram lead ads to promote your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I'm doing the same. I'm using Instagram lead ads to grow my business, and now I wish that as soon as a new lead is generated in my Instagram lead ads, automatically the details of that lead should be added in my Google Sheets too, so that I have the record of all the leads in a single spreadsheet, and then further I can send that spreadsheet to my team, for example sales team. So to do this we are going to create a connection between Instagram lead ads and Google Sheets. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to automatically add Instagram lead ads to Google Sheets. So over here I wish that as soon as a new Instagram lead ad is received, automatically the details of that lead should be added to my Google Sheets, so that I have the record of all my leads in a particular spreadsheet. So to do this, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly, and I've also opened my Instagram account, and I've connected this Instagram account with my Facebook page, which is Peak Performance Physio. And over here you can see the successful connection made between my Instagram account and my Facebook page. And now using this Instagram and Facebook page, I'm running some Instagram lead ads so that I can generate more leads for my business and convert them into customers. So now over here you can see that I've also selected the same Facebook page right over here, and I've also created a new lead gen form using this Facebook page. And now I wish that as soon as someone sees my Instagram ad on their Instagram account, they should also get the option to fill in the lead gen form. And as soon as they fill in the lead gen form, automatically the details of that submission or the details that they entered in the lead gen form should be added in my Google Sheets right over here, so that I have the record of all the leads right over here in the single spreadsheet. So for this we are going to create a connection between Instagram lead ads and Google Sheets. And now to create this connection, we have to open the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free, and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to automatically add Instagram lead ad leads to Google Sheets. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now I'm going to select my trigger application, which is Instagram lead ads, because I want that as soon as a new lead is received in my Instagram lead ads, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event we are going to select it as new lead instant. And now we are going to click on connect, and as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Instagram lead ads account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Instagram lead ads. And yes, you can see that as soon as I clicked on connect with Instagram lead ads, we have successfully connected our Instagram lead ads account with our Pabbly's workflow. So this was an easy connection because I've already logged in all the accounts I wish to create this connection for. So it is always advised to log in your accounts before starting with the automation. And now it is asking me for the page and the lead gen form. So over here, as you know, the name of our page is Peak Performance Physio. So I'm going to select the same in the page right over here. So I'm going to search for Peak Performance Physio. And as you can see the same, so I'm going to select it. And over here it is asking me for the lead gen form. So as you can see that I have multiple lead gen forms, but I'm going to create this automation only for this particular lead gen form, which is new lead form. So I'm going to select this form. If you wish to create this automation for all your lead gen forms, you can select all lead gen forms or any another particular form. So after selecting my particular form, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission, and in order to do this test submission, we are going to open a new tab, and then we are going to search for Meta for developers. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to open Meta for developers. And over here you can see that this is the landing page of Meta for developers. So from here we are going to go on more and then tools. And now we are going to scroll and select lead ads R2 debug tool. And over here you can see that it is opening my lead ads testing tool. So over here we are going to use this tool in order to create a test submission. So now we are going to select the page and the form. So for the page we are going to select it as peak performance physio, and then for the form we are going to select it as new lead gen form. And now after selecting both of this, we are going to click on preview form. And as you can see that it is asking me for the details like first name, last name, email, phone number, gender and city. So we are going to fill in these details and do the test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo. For the last name, I'm going to keep it as user. For the email, I'm going to keep it as demo@pabblytunes.com. And now for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And then for the gender, I'm going to keep it as female right over here. And then it is asking me for the city, so I'm going to keep the city as Bhopal. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on continue and then submit. And yes, you can see that it is saying your test lead has been sent, and this means that we have successfully did our test submission. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of this test submission or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of the submission made. Over here is the first name, the last name, the email, the phone number. Over here you can see the gender and the city. So yes, with this our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. So for our action application, we are going to select Google Sheets, because I want as soon as a new Instagram lead ad is received, automatically the details of that lead should be added in my Google Sheets, so that I have the record of all my leads in a single spreadsheet. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as add new row, and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that again it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then sign in with Google. And over here, after selecting my account, it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow, Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on allow, you can see that we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly's workflow. And over here, you can see connected. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So over here, you can see the name of my spreadsheet is new leads and the name of my sheet is new responses. So I'm going to select the same right over here. For the spreadsheet, I'm going to select new leads, and now over here in the sheets we are going to select new responses. As you can see that I have only a single sheet in my spreadsheet, that's why it is only showing one over here. But if you have multiple sheets in your spreadsheet, you're going to get the option to select one. And after selecting the spreadsheet and the sheet, it is asking me for the first name and the another details that we have entered in our Google Sheets. So now we are going to map these details. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Instagram lead ads as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new lead received in my Instagram lead ads. So I'm going to give you an example that over here in front of first name, if I'm going to enter demo right over here manually, then this will not change with every new lead received, because this is a static information and I have entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change, because my previous response will also change. And yes, that's why we do mapping, so that our workflow can run in real time. So I'm going to search for first name, and as you can see demo, so we are going to map it. Then we are going to open the last name and search for last name right over here. You can see user, so we are going to map it. We are going to do same for the email. I'm going to search for email, and as you can see demo@pabblytunes.com, so we are going to map it. Again, we are are going to do same for the phone number. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to map it. We are going to do same for the gender. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see female, so I'm going to map it. We are going to do same for the city also. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see Bhopal, so I'm going to map this too. And now after completing all my mapping, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that our details have been added to our Google Sheets. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check that if the details have been added or not. And yes, you can see the details have been added. Over is the first name, the last name, the email, the phone number, the gender and the city. So yes, the details have been added. This means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just test this workflow once. And this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my lead ads testing tool. We are going to delete the previous lead and refresh the page. So it is really important to delete the previous lead and refresh the page. Otherwise, you will not be able to create a new lead or preview a new form. So now again, we are going to select the page as peak performance physio, and then for the form, we are going to select it as new leads in form. Again, we are going to click on preview form. And over here again, it is asking me for the details. So I'm going to enter the dummy details again. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as test this time. Last name as user only. So I'm going to enter it. For the email, I'm going to keep it as test@pabblytudes.com. And then for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. And then for the gender, I'm going to keep it as male this time. And now it is asking me for the city. So I'm going to keep the city as Indore. So I'm going to enter it. And then we are going to select it. And now after entering all the details, I'm going to click on continue and then submit. And yes, you can see your test lead has been sent. So this means that lead ads testing tool has sent the details of our lead to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further added these details of the particular lead in our Google Sheets. So I'm going to open my Google Sheets and check that if the details of these leads have been added there or not. So this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Google Sheets. And yes, you can see the details have been added over here. Over here you can see the first name, the last name, the email. Over here you can see the phone number that we entered, the gender and the city. So yes, with this our workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. So for a trigger application, we selected Instagram lead ads. For the trigger event, we selected new lead instant. For the action application, we selected Google Sheets. And then for the action event, we selected add new row, because I wanted that as soon as we receive a new Instagram lead ad, automatically the details of that lead should be added in my Google Sheets, so that I have the record of all my leads in a single spreadsheet. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the two details I added during this video with the help of my workflow. Over here you can see demo user and test user. These were the two leads I generated with the help of my lead ads testing tool. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.